What would you do if a book you found didn't just tell a story, but rewrote your life, one terrifying page at a time? Stay with me, because this story will make you question every book you've ever picked up. Now, as I pass the cursed ink to you through this tale, remember, some stories are not meant to be read, but lived. If you enjoyed this chilling journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Goodnight Tales for more spine-tingling stories. Turn the page with us, if you dare. The dusty second-hand bookstore smelled of damp paper and forgotten memories. Among the sea of old tomes, one particular book caught my eye. Its leather cover was cracked, the title barely legible. The Ink That Bleeds. Something about it drew me in, almost as if it were whispering my name. I bought it on a whim. The cashier, a gaunt old man with sunken eyes, hesitated before bagging it. "This book, it chooses its reader," he muttered cryptically. I laughed it off, thinking it was just a sales gimmick. That night I settled into bed, dim light spilling across the pages as I began to read. The prose was captivating, a story of a man whose life unraveled after he found a cursed object. But as I turned the pages, I noticed something unsettling. The protagonist's life mirrored mine. At first, it seemed coincidental. The character had my job, my daily routine, even my love for black coffee. Then, it became eerie. The book described the exact argument I had with my sister the previous day. The same words, the same tone. I slammed the book shut. My hands were trembling. I convinced myself it was a prank, a bizarre coincidence. But when I reopened it the next night, the text had changed. The story continued, detailing events that hadn't yet happened, but would. The next chapter described a phone call I'd receive at 9:42 p.m. I laughed nervously until, at exactly that time, my phone buzzed. The voice on the other end was distorted, speaking in fragmented phrases. "It's coming. You can't stop it." Panic set in. I tried throwing the book away, but it always reappeared on my desk, its cover pristine, as if it had never left. One night, I decided to burn it. The flames licked at the pages, but instead of charring, the ink bubbled and oozed, black as tar. A voice whispered from the flames, chilling and hollow. "You can't destroy what's already written." After that, the events in the book turned darker. A shadowy figure began following me in the narrative, lurking at the edge of my life. And then, I started seeing it, out of the corner of my eye, reflected in mirrors, standing at the end of my bed at night. Desperate, I sought help. A priest, a psychic, even a psychiatrist. None could offer answers. The book now wrote itself before my eyes, the ink bleeding across the pages like veins. Each word sealed my fate. The book revealed the worst, my death. It described a brutal, suffocating end at the hands of the shadow figure. My hands shook as I read the chilling final line. "He will read this sentence, and then he will hear the knock." A knock echoed through my apartment. I froze. The sound came again, louder, more insistent. I wanted to run, but my feet wouldn't move. Slowly, the door creaked open on its own. The shadow stepped inside. The book fell from my hands, landing open on the floor. The words began rewriting themselves, spelling out the only thing I could do. "You must become the author." With trembling fingers, I grabbed a pen and began to write, my own words overtaking the cursed narrative. The shadow paused, its form wavering as I scrawled furiously. The story twisted, bent to my will, and I wrote it away. But the ink bled into my skin. Now, the curse is mine. And as you read this, perhaps it has chosen you too. Listen closely. Did you hear the knock? And as the story ends, you have to wonder, what if it's not just a tale? What if the next knock, the next shadow, is yours. If you want more stories that keep you on edge, make sure to subscribe to Goodnight Tales, where every story stays with you long after the lights go out.